Well, okay, I got another one to work on now. I'm having trouble with the Cobra vapor locking on me. It's died a few times, and that's kind of what I'm figuring out. It's just getting so hot underneath the hood that the gas is basically boiling itself out and flooding the intake. So what I want to do is see if I can put a spacer underneath the carburetors. I can raise it up about a ½ inch, kind of help alleviate that metal to metal contact there. And then I'm going to wrap the headers. I've got gun here. They're cold right now, so they are right at 75 degrees, which is about the temperature of the barn right now. I'll run it for a little bit, get it up to operating temperature, see what heat is on the headers at that point, and then once I get the wrap on there, see how much of a difference that's going to make. Okay, got the water temp up to about 150 just to get a good basis. That's about 518. That's about 490, 450 on the number 4 cylinder. This is about 423, 416. This is number 5 cylinder. That would be about 487. So we'll see how much difference that makes. Actually, let me see what that measures. 95 through the plenum there. Anyway, we'll see how much difference it's going to make by adding that wrap to it. Okay, I got one out. We'll see what it takes to get this thing wrapped. I'll get the other side pulled off and do the same. Okay, second one's off. And this is the gasket, so definitely I got some leakage going on there. A little bit on the backside too. So have to get that tightened up a little better. That's not going to be good. Okay, I got the carburetors off, ready for spacers, and then I'll be ready to put it back together and see if it makes a difference or not. Okay, so I got the new spacers, and raising it up a half an inch, I kind of thought possibly may not have enough thread, and basically I'm not going to have enough threads here showing, but they sent new studs for it, so I'll get those put in there, and that should give me the height I need in order to get the carbs bolted down. So I'll get that changed out and be ready for the next step. Okay, after looking at it, I noticed a couple high spots on it. There's one right here. And I thought, well, I just hit it with a piece of sandpaper to kind of smooth that off, but actually it looks like it's not all as flat as it needs to be, so I'm going to hit this a little bit more and try to take off the higher spots, and hopefully that flushes up a little better and lets it seal up and not leak. So I'll hit that one and I'll go get the other one and do that one too. Okay. Okay. Both mounts are on. Looks pretty good now. I think I can live with those being sanded down like that. So should be better than it was. So see if we can get the carburetors on there and see how the fuel lines fit now. They were kind of tight to begin with, so hopefully a half an inch makes them a little better, but worst case scenario, I got to make different fittings for that. Okay, carburetors are on, and I'm just going to set the air breather on there, make sure the hood's good to close before I get too much further. I'm getting everything plugged in, but better check the air breather. Well, the hood shuts with the air cleaner on it, and so I'm tightening up the bolts on here, going through them, and this one here is stripped. It's stripped out of the stud here, so we have to take this back off and either glue this sucker in or retap it to larger size. Probably won't do that, but I'll probably see if I can get it glued in with some good solid epoxy or something, so I can make sure that seals good. Just put it together, take it apart. Put it together, take it apart. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it down in there, but threads are pulled out, and you can see how got some of them on the end of this stud here. So I'll see what I can do to make that solid again. Okay, put this little stainless steel bit in here. Hopefully it threads in just like it's supposed to. Okay. And, okay. All right. Well, that should be just fine. Snug that in. And I don't think it's going to pull out now. Okay, well, before we get down to wrapping the headers, I wanted to kind of clean these intakes up a little bit, because I had a fair amount of bad gasket here for whatever reasons, both ends of it. So that one there fits like that, I think. So what I'm seeing though is this here is not even flush with the flange here. So I think I might take and dab some weld in here, grind it down smooth, kind of fill in these low spots. Both sides are kind of that way. There's a ridge here, but I was also looking at, I don't know if you can see it, a little weld right here that isn't really ground down flat to begin with. When I put this straight edge on here, it actually teeters on it, so can't really see it now, but I put a light on it. It shows it, but that could be part of the reason why it doesn't seal very good. So I think I'm going to take and kind of fill this up with a little bit of weld, then kind of clean these edges up. Do it on both ends. I got a big spot here that just a low spot, and you can kind of tell that right here, maybe right there, had a spot that were just burned right through the gasket. So see if we can make this a little better and seal up a little tighter. Well, okay, this is the first go around. I got most of it much better, but I've got a spot here that still needs to be brought up. I could probably hit some right here, definitely right here. There's a bad spot there, but I got this pretty good. That rounded out nice, so yeah, I might touch that a little bit with some weld. So give it a little bit more and get it ground down and cleaned up, and I think I'll be happy with that. Okay, much better. I feel better about all that. So I will hopefully that makes it seal up a little better and not burn through the gasket like it did. So we shall see. Okay, one header is wrapped. That took me probably a good 3 hours to get this thing all done. And of course, since it was my first one, I was learning as I was going, so it's pretty tight, and I think it'll stay on there for the time being. So just got to get the second one done. So see if I can get that done. Okay, one wrapped. Pretty tight. I got very little gap here. It's really tight right here, so I squeeze that in there, but then I'll wrap this whole collector at the same time when I finish that up. So I'll get another one here and then do the sides and try to get that wrapped up. And voila, just like that, it's done. Good and wrapped. And now I just gotta get it on the car. Okay. Headers are back on now. That was a chore. That just didn't seem to go on near as easy as before. I don't know if it's because of the wrap or what, but man, that definitely took a little more struggle to get it in there. So, put the side pipes on, and one step closer. Okay, everything's back together now. I actually put some insulated wrap around the fuel line. So, all the way back to the regulator here. So, hopefully that'll also help keep a little bit of the heat off of that fuel line. So, I think I'm ready to fire it up and see how well the wrap works on the headers. Okay, just got back from cruising and just pulled in. See what the temperature is on these pipes. It says 520 there, 447, 510, 523. Still pretty hot, but the engine's running pretty hot right now. It's about 95 degrees outside, 90 degrees outside. And a little lower. I think it definitely depends on where you're shining on the pipes itself. And let's see what the intake is. The intake's about 169. So let's see if the bottom of the carburetor is about the same. Yeah, not much. 157, 163. So the heat transfer really is not that big of an issue, because if the intake is 163 and you're only talking about a 5-degree difference, so very minimal help for adding the spacers. So basically, if the spacers aren't going to help me that much, I may end up taking them off, but for now I'll leave it on there. Okay, so the other side of the engine looks like 173 on the intake there, 165-ish. The fuel rail, though, is even warmer at 187, 175 there. It's actually a little warmer the closer you get up here, 196. So I don't know what the temperature is inside the wrap here. Outside the wrap it's about 190, so I don't know what the solution is, but if the regulator is also 160 degrees, I'm guessing fuel's going that direction and probably about that hot. So if it's building up pressure and making a vapor lock, I'll definitely be replacing the regulator and run a line back to the gas tank for bleed off. But we'll see. Only time will tell. Okay, well, for now I'm going to leave it the way it is. If it dies on me and vapor locks again, I will definitely replace the regulator and add a line going back to the gas tank, so it'll bleed off that pressure. So so got a little more adjustment on the carburetors to make them responsive like I want, but for now it's back on the road.